Alrighty, so today's swatch is going to be this baby blue, more turquoisey it looks like, and of course I'm still shedding. Oh my gosh, when will the hair on my head stop falling out? Ooh, pretty. So we'll see. Oh, you know what? Not turquoise, this is a good aqua. Yeah. It's like a metallic aqua. Okay. It looks like this one plays well over a base coat. That's awesome. I think this is a color that a friend of mine out here on TikTok tried out. And she also said that she used it over a base and it didn't give her an issue. So it's one of those that's not finicky. I guess it just depends on the color. Which is kind of a bummer that they all can't be that way. You know what I mean? Dang it. I keep flooding my cuticle. I mean, I could fix that off camera, but I don't feel like it. So yeah, now I've been doing the little recaps of the previous day's nail polish in my sneak peek videos. I figure that is a little bit more professional than just, oh, here's the color. Hope you show up later to watch. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just want to give people an idea of what they are like in case they don't feel like watching me paint my nails for like 6 to 20 minutes. It really depends. Sometimes I really yammer on here to myself. It really... These guys also say shake well on them. So I'm just curious if that does anything too. Because that one that I found like a month ago, I didn't shake it. I wonder if I should have. I have to test that one out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bang out all these different colors on camera so you guys can get an idea of how they work, you know? And then what I'll do is I'll do like an overall video with all the different colors on the camera, or like, you know, a little lineup. And then I was thinking of maybe trying out that wonky one. Okay, so this turquoise one is kind of like the silver one. I think it's a 3-coater. So for the most part, these guys are 2-coaters, but this one, I can kind of see my nail coming through. You see how here at the very edge? So I think this one is more of a 3-coater than a 2-coater. Again, that's not a total deal breaker because these guys do dry down like crazy fast. See what I mean? Like, I'm able to touch these already without an issue. The iridescent ones, right? Like those glitters, those dry down super fast too. Like crazy quick. That's why like I was able to do like with some of them 6 coats without any issue and get full opacity, because by the time I was done, like once you get from your thumb to your pinky, your thumb is already dry pretty much, which is kind of crazy. I've never experienced polishes that dry that quickly before. And with that OPI Dreaming collection that came out in the spring, almost all those colors were 5 to 6 coaters. One of them, I remember I had to do 7 coats to get to full opacity. And freaking, that's a brand name, man. Like, that's inexcusable. And they were clearly like pastel polishes. They were not meant to be toppers. They were meant to be standalone. The only thing is, so this one does play alright with the base coat, but it does do that weird kind of warping thing. That's the only thing. It's doing that weird warpy thing. So I think what I'm going to do is, I don't like when it does that. Usually these guys will settle down and that will kind of go away. And what I do is I'll wait until this is like completely cured, like really dry. I mean, it's already kind of dry, see what I mean? But not completely. So what I want to do is I'm going to give this 10 minutes and then I'm going to come back and do the third coat. Because that's what I've been doing with a lot of the finicky ones off camera. I just haven't been showing it. So I'm going to pause the video and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Alright, I'm back a little bit early, but I thought we'd do a little comparison swatch. Because I have this vintage chrome nail makeup in aquamarine chrome. I thought we could swatch it on a quart container lid and compare the two. Yeah, I think these worked a lot better though, from what I remember. I also didn't do what's it called, base coats when I was in high school. I just willy-nillied it. So it's way more pigmented, the Sally one. Let's zoom in on it. Because I'm back a little bit early. It's only been about 7 minutes. And I kind of wanted to compare these two guys. Yeah, so see, this one's a lot more sheer than the Sally. But they're very similar. Especially if you look at it like on my nail. I would say this is a good dupe. Not as great of a formula, but a pretty good dupe. Alright. Let's get back to it. And yeah, I'll probably swatch this down the road at some point. Unfortunately, I don't have all of them. I only have the blue one. I have seen them on eBay for like 15 bucks, but I can't afford that. Maybe one day, if my channel ever becomes like monetized, at that point I can like invest in nicer nail polishes and vintage nail polishes that I like or want to add to my collection. But who knows if that would ever happen. A girl can dream. A girl can dream. So I want to do one last coat. Because this turquoise one, or this aqua one, I'm going to call it aquamarine since it's so similar to the Sally Hansen aquamarine, is not a 2-coater, it's a 3-coater. It's a lot sheerer than the others. I noticed the silver one is also kind of a 3-coater. That was yesterday's swatch. But I didn't do the third coat. I didn't really notice it until I did the official swatch video. And at that point, I was kind of like, I can't be bothered with painting it a third coat. You know what I mean? Oh, especially since my father fell again, broke his wrist. So now not only does he have a broken hip, he's got a broken wrist and broken ribs. Oh, and he has shingles. Fun, huh? So yeah, I've had a lot going on. I haven't really had time to do anything. See what I mean by it warping? But that should settle down, because as you saw when I came back, it kind of settled down. So I'm hoping for the official swatch video, it kind of goes away. So this is another one that's kind of finicky, unfortunately. So far, the only ones that are not finicky over the base coat are the blue and that really bright magenta fuchsia-like pink one. Yeah. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna clean up, fix the flooded cuticles and all this jazz, and then I'll be back for the official swatch. But before I do that, I want to add one more coat to this container lid to get a better idea of the comparison. So yeah, these guys are very similar. Holy cow. I would say this one's just a smidge lighter, and also a smidge muddier. Like, this one is darker, but more vibrant. This one's way prettier. Yeah. That's kind of cool, though, to have a kind of a semi-dupe, right? But yeah. Alright, see you guys later, okay? Bye.